Alright guys, so if you clicked on this video, then I appreciate you. Today, we're at Crowborough training camp. For an early one, there's a protest here, outside here, because I believe they're meant to be sticking migrants in here, so there's quite a large crowd out here early in the morning. I'll turn it around so you can have a look. This is the entrance to Crowborough training camp now. As you can see, there's a lot of people out here. It goes down a little bit further, I'll take you down there in a bit. But there's a lot of people turned up here for this early protest. A lot of signs. I believe there's more people coming down the road as well. As you can see guys, the crowds are growing behind me. There's still lots more people coming up the road now. So I reckon it's going to be full packed now, all the way up the road. There's people coming up, with people right up there with their flags as well. Don't know if you guys can see that, but it's definitely a large crowd here. A large crowd gathering here today. Alright guys, so I just spoke to someone sort of organising it, and they said that there's meant to be a counter protest to this as well. So besides, but I don't know where they're going to stick them, so I'm sure I'll have to let you know when that develops a bit more, when they turn up. So, but there is a lot of people here. Like, I can try and show you up the road as well. There's a lot of people across here, all the way up the road on that side. Look, you can see them all coming down. They're just people flooding down from this local area. And even at this time of the morning as well, I ain't stopping them. I'm just taking you for a little walk through this crowd. There's a lot of people here, a lot of support from local people here. You couldn't really see how many people was here from the front, so I'm just walking all the way through. The main gates to the army barracks is just down here, so I'm going to try to see if I can get you down to that side so you can see. But it just shows that that's the entrance there, but there's a lot of residential houses like right here as well, like right next to it. Do you get what I mean? So it is very close to the residential houses in this area. Alright guys, so this is the main fenced off area they got here. Just up there you can see a little building up there. Just to the side, sort of over there. You can't really see much from this angle, but this would be the drive up to it. How you doing, bruv? As of now, it's just fenced off. They got police over there, so no one can obviously get over there. But so a few people have just come down to the fence line now, just to sort of see if they can see anything. But you can't really see anything over the fence. They're blocked off in a way where you can't see none of the buildings, you can't see none of the, you know, facility they got there, so there's not much to see. But in front of me you can see the crowds that have turned up here this morning. Big crowds turning up here for an early one. There's the entrance there. Right, so I spoke to a few people that said this group in front of me is meant to be down at these gates, but I don't know whether they'll be moving down or not. But I'm sure they'll have to push away from the road a little bit, because there is quite a large amount of people here today. There's definitely a lot of people from this local community that come here. So whether they'll be moving down towards that gate, I don't know yet, but we'll find out soon. As I walk through the crowd, you can see how many people have turned out today. Just trying to make my way back to the front. Sorry, fella. Sorry. Cheers. Sorry, mate. Sorry, love. Sorry. Sorry, boy. Sorry, fella. Can I squeeze through? Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
I don't know what we are doing. That's the reason why.
So you can see the sort of crowds they got here going on. There's a lot of people here. Definitely a lot. Whether they've been moving down because some can't even get over it. There's some across the road over there. But it's definitely a large amount, and it's still coming as well. There's still people walking down the road, still people trying to join, trying to get in.
We now hold our line here.
Alright guys, as you can see, there's still more people turning up. There's people on this side where it leads in. There's still people all the way on this side as well. So if a counter protest does turn up to this, I don't know where they're going to put them. They constantly keep pushing this crowd back to try and fit more people in at the front. But all the way up the road, there's still constant flow of people coming here today. Big support from the local people in this area. You can see there's all their signs. They're just saying, no, not racial, not political. He's just a grandfather. There's a lot, 600 immigrants are going to be staying in there. Signs over there, where's the women and children? Just going to try and show you a couple of these people's signs over here. You see what messages people have over here now. But I do know, I keep saying it guys, but there is a lot of people here. On that side, on this side over here, it goes right the way back down to the entrance of the new housing estate they're building there. But they've even got people on the other side of the road as well over here that just haven't gone in there yet. There's still constant flow of people coming down the road as well, from both sides really, but mainly from this way. There's definitely a lot of local people in support over here.
Hello people! Ladies and gentlemen, please listen to me! First and foremost, thank you all for attending today, but we need to make our way down to the transit with strength and peace if we can. We're about to make start on some of the speeches. If you can make your way down to the truck, the organisation, so we can get started.
Alright. So going by what that fella's saying, I think they're looking to move everyone down there a little bit, because I think they want to do a few speeches down there. So I think that's when they want to move everyone. So we're just going to head down that way and sort of listen to what they say on their little speeches. So all these people now are going to be moving down towards the actual entrance to the training camp. Right, so we're just trying to make our way through the crowd now to try and get to the front where they're going to be doing their speeches down here. Alright guys, so we just made it down to the junction here of this new housing estate. There's the truck there where they're going to be doing their speeches from. Before it starts, I'm going to take you for a walk down this housing estate. Sort of show you how close proximity this is to these new build houses. The camp is just up there, and you've got all these lovely new build houses around here. I don't know if it's a dead end, or if it flows round and out, but you can see how these new build houses that people haven't even moved into yet. Empty new build houses. That one's empty. That one there's over there's empty. But you can just sort of see how close proximity it is, you know, to the camp there. Do you think these people that have bought these houses would have known? Did they agree to it? To spend hundreds and hundreds of thousands on houses? Look at the size of that house. On houses. Would they have agreed to that? No, I don't think they would have.
It looks like this country, look at the divide. Come together. We're trying to send a message of unity. Make your way down. Make your way down. We can go back out onto the road in a moment once the speeches are done. We have an important message to send to the community.
Come down here!
You're going to have to come closer then. You sound like my ex-missus, selective hearing.
Lift the speaker up a bit and I'll hear it then. Yeah. Put it on the roof of the phone.
Right, Charles, we can get out for a minute. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Is that better?
That's what we're going to bring up. Where'd you get your flag from?
Right, is that clearer? You're only standing there. It's in the hard of hearing convention.
Drop the side.
Okay.
Sorry, mate.
Is that better? Okay, everyone hear that? Oh, there's still people up the other end.
I can hear it.
Having a chat with a few unwanted. I think. We're just going to wait for Dino to reappear. What's he doing at the back? Have you finished chatting, Dean? Okay, I just want to say thank you on behalf of everyone in Crowborough for turning out today. We all know why we're here, and it's very important. And despite what you can hear out the back there, it's not.
Guys, so something's just going on up here. We're just trying to see if we can catch up with it. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to get up there to it. So by the looks of things, there's a couple of people over here starting a bit of trouble over here.
This will be interesting. Like speak to you. Yeah, go for it. Sorry. Do you mind giving your name?
No, I've got to give my name.
Okay, so we're in Crowborough. We're just outside the army barracks.
Yeah.
Where there's going to be at least 600 unvetted migrant men, and Crowborough has got a population of 20,000 people.
Yeah.
We can see there's hundreds of people protesting against the housing of illegal migrants.
Yeah.
But you're here counter-protesting against them. Tell me why.
Well, they're refugees.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh no, they're not.
Sorry.
Can you define refugee for me?
Well, they fled their country, probably.
Probably, or do you know for sure?
What do you know for sure?
Yes.
I don't think you do.
No, I don't.
There's 600 men there, probably from mixed backgrounds, maybe different motives for coming to this country, but most of them have fled their country, they've had their houses bombed, families murdered. They've crossed the channel on a fucking rubber dinghy.
Is that from?
How scary is that?
Is that from France? They've crossed the channel.
Yes, it will have been from France.
Is there a war going on in France?
No, there's not a war going on in France.
Okay, so why are they coming here if there's no war in France?
You'll have to ask them that. I don't know, but they're here now. So they're in a vetting centre. They may or may not be given permission to stay in the country. But while they're here, I think they should be respected, welcomed. They've been through a pile of shit. They're people as well.
Do you know? I know. I appreciate the whole humanity thing.
Yeah. Well,
When you say they're refugees, do you know the difference between a refugee, like fleeing a war-torn country, and an economical migrant that hasn't been documented or no back checks? Do you know the difference?
Of course I do. Yes.
And you think these are refugees that are being housed here?
I would think the majority probably are.
Okay. And do you know what countries they've come from? Do you know how many countries they've had to bypass to get here and land in a small town like Crowborough?
Yeah.
How many?
Loads. I mean, all right, to give you a
And were those countries they bypassed safe?
possibly, but what are you going to do? So if they all land in Greece, so Greece is the first EU country, possibly for many of them. Greece can't cope with tens, hundreds of thousands of refugees, can they?
How can you like...
Do you think, let me finish.
Sorry, yeah, go on.
Do you think the UK can cope with all these migrants then? Is it okay for us to take them? Illegal, unvetted migrant men. We must remember they're illegal and they're unvetted. They're not fleeing any war-torn countries. I think the sooner you realise that, the better grasp you'll get on the situation.
No, well, first of all, every country should have a quota, shouldn't they? Each country should take their fair share, is my view.
Do you not think we've taken our fair share already?
I don't know. I don't know the numbers. I just think they're here. They're here now. They need to be looked after. Maybe sent back if that's the law. But while they're here, they don't need. You know, I imagine if some of them came out of the camp now, walked through you lot like I just did, they'd probably get battered to a pulp. I mean,
can I ask you a question? Have you been paying attention to what's been happening in Epping and Hillingdon?
Yes.
We've had the sexual assault of a 14-year-old girl from an illegal migrant. We've also had let me finish. We've also had an innocent man murdered by an Afghan migrant who come over here illegally via a lorry. Now, what would it take for you to decide I no longer want to counter-protest the protesters? What would it take for you to think, actually, I don't want these unvetted men here? What's it going to take for you to wake up?
Well, I mean, there are offenders in every society. Are you saying that, you know, out of the people here, none of them has ever committed an offence?
I doubt there's many murderers or rapists amongst that crowd. What's it going to take for you to say, I don't want these migrants here? Yeah. Have you got children?
I've got children.
What would you do if one of these migrant men raped your child? Would you change your stance?
Yeah, that's a bit of a silly question.
Oh, no. It's far from a silly question.
Okay, well, let me tell you my experience.
No, just answer the question without giving me a politician's response.
No, it's not a politician's
If one of those migrant men in that army barracks raped your child, would you change your stance? Be honest, sir.
Well, I wouldn't blame the fact that they're a refugee, that they raped my child. I would say he's a rapist, end of story. But I wouldn't politicise it and say, oh, he's a refugee, you know, silly me.
But you know, he's not a refugee. It's an illegal migrant that's come to the country for economical gain, and he's raped your child. Would you change your stance then?
No, I wouldn't politicise it. Can I tell you my little bit of experience of... So,
can I ask you one more question and then we'll go for your experience?
All right.
Well, no, this is absurd. I mean, surely you must be thinking, wow, you know, we're talking about your child being raped and you're kind of making excuses for them.
No,
is it worth the risk?
Just saying, not politicise. I would despise the rapist,
sure,
whoever he is.
Okay,
but I'm not going to say he's a rapist because he's a refugee.
No. People aren't rapists because they're refugees. They're rapists because they're rapists. But there are rapists amongst the refugees. So
they're rapists in every walk of society.
That's a very, very poor response.
No,
let's just say there's 600 men being housed in those army barracks.
Yeah. Sorry,
let's just say one of them.
interrupting.
This is a very important question.
Yeah. 2 seconds. We've got transport for you now. We're picking your way. If you want to wrap it up.
Okay, two more bits. Cheers.
Got transport.
They've got transport.
So let's.
Why have you got transport?
Wait, this is the most important fucking question.
Go for it.
So, 600 illegal migrant men are being housed in that army barracks. Let's just say one of them is a rapist. Are you willing to take the risk?
It's all purely hypothetical. It's, you know.
Well, answer it hypothetically then. Would you take the risk knowing that one of those 600 men was a rapist that could rape your child? Yes or no?
How many rapists and sexual...
Yes or no?
How many rapists
Yes or
and
no?
sexual offenders live in Crowborough?
You're part of the problem, mate.
No.
You can't even answer a straightforward question. Would you risk a rapist living in your community if you knew that the chances are high that one of them is a rapist? Would you want to put your children in that kind of danger?
What, is he a historical rapist or a potential rapist?
He's just raped your daughter in front of you.
Well, then
will you object to refugees then?
No,
refugees.
I would object to him. I would expect the police to come and arrest him.
So this counter-protester has got his own chauffeur to leave the protest. I'm sure the police don't want to be doing this. It's coming from right up the top. The higher up the police chain, the more politicised it becomes. But counter-protesters, fucking imbeciles like this man are being ferried in and ferried out. He's willing to take the risk. His own daughter getting raped. Wow!
We're on the public footpath.
Yeah, you're crazy. You're crazy, man. Come on.
You're fucking racist.
How am I racist? I'm 15 and you're calling me racist.
You can still be a
I'm
racist.
15. How am I racist?
You're being brought up to be a racist.
From who? From who? You don't even know my parents, my friend. You don't even know my parents. How am I racist?
Sorry, lads. I was getting into the important question.
I love the passion. I love it. I love it.
So you could just see the interview there that Liam had with that geezer. He couldn't answer the question, so there's that interview. They've just been bringing a chauffeur to take that geezer away. They're just going to get him out of the area now. So Liam Tuff's there. You can see him getting the crowd passionate.
There is no mixed reviews in Crowborough. There is not a divided opinion. Look at these lovely, wholesome people. All got families they want to protect. And the mainstream media want you to believe that it's 50-50. Bollocks, it's not 50-50.
There is definitely a lot of people in this area today. A lot of local people in this area today.
Everyone's here to protect their children. Are you here to protect your children?
So Liam's just behind me over there. You can see him. He's telling him on his video that these people, they don't want unvetted migrant men in that camp there. They don't want it. The people from around here, they really don't want it. And what I've noticed from around here, like, it's not all like young men or nothing like that. There is a lot of young men here, but it's like, you know, there's a lot of old people in this community that have come out today and you know, don't support the people being in there. There's a lot of old people that have come out for this cause today. Okay, so this whole group now is gonna walk up the road, like a march up the road.
They're going.
I don't know where they're walking to at the moment, but they're gonna go for a walk up the road. You see all the people coming now onto the road. They're going to work their way up the road. Just get you a side view here, guys, as people are walking out. As you can see, they're all the way up there, and they're still flowing out now, still trickling out. Just to give you the amount of people that have turned out today.
Do you want to jump onto the grass first there? Yeah, I'll let them pass, that's fine.
Alright guys, I was told there was meant to be a counter-protest, but apart from that one guy that was interviewed by Liam, we have yet to see anything. The crowds are still moving up this way. The front is all the way up there, if you can see. There's a lot of people here. And it's quite a long road, so I don't know exactly where they're going. But it does head all the way back there.
We've got veterans, ex-veterans.
Alright, so where I am now, you can sort of get a good view. Look, support from cars. This car's having it with his support. Old girl, look. Old girl in the car there. But that's the front all the way up there, guys. As I pan. You see, there's still lots more coming. And they're still all the way back there at the junction. still way back there, guys. They're literally going to fill up most part of this road. I don't know if the camera does it any justice, guys, but they are still all the way back at where the turning is to go into the camp there.
This is one of the bigger ones that I've been to in a while.
And they're all the way up there as well. It thins out a little bit here, and then it clamps back up. Let's give you guys a little view of the flags and the crowd as they walk up the hill.
Illegal immigrants going into not developing it, but probably robbing it.
Right, so just as here's the golf course here, and I pan, and you can see all the crowds coming now.
Sorry, mate.
You're all right. The crowds are pushing all the way up the hill. Look, they go all the way down there. All the way down the hill.
Crowds of men and women and children go back.
All the way down and all the way up this hill, guys. People are saying we're by Crowborough Beacon Golf Club, and they're pushing up the crowd towards the top of the hill. People are saying there's 200 people here. There's definitely more than that. All right, guys, so this march sort of is split up now. There's one sort of group in the front up there, and there's still one coming, the big one coming up the hill behind me. So we're gonna have to wait for these to catch up now. All right, guys, so this march continues to push up this road. We've finally made it to the top of the hill. It's flattened out a bit now, but it's still moving along. I'm not 100% where they're going at the moment, but you can see the amount of people behind me, the amount of people honking their horns. That big lorry's in support. He's going to go down the whole way honking that horn. I can still hear it. He's doing it the whole way down. Because the crowd goes the whole way down this road. It's a very, very big crowd here. The Blue Anchor. This is a little pub. We just walked past the Blue Anchor pub. No, you're all right. All right, so it's not just the crowd that have turned up here today and the numbers that are actually walking on this march today. It's the amount of support they're getting from cars going down this road. There's just a lot of support around this area. From the people that have turned up today, and people that are standing still as you're walking past, from cars that are driving past. There's a lot of support for their cause in this local area. And the march goes all the way back there. The numbers are all the way back there. Alright guys, so as we continue to move down this road, I think people are saying they're maybe going to the town centre in this area. I'm not 100% sure on where they're going, but I think people want to go towards the town centre. But you can see the sheer numbers over my shoulder. You can definitely see it. So another view of the crowds, guys, coming down the hill now. Cars constantly pivoting as they're coming up. Message is clear from that lady there. Alright guys, so we still continue to walk down this road. We're right near this Morrison's garage now. If anyone watching knows where we are at the moment. We're just down the road from the army camp. This crowd continues to move down the road. I don't know if the camera's catching it at the moment, but you can sort of see the sheer number of people that are walking on this march. Alright guys, so as I'm walking down the road, I'm joined by It's Real UK.
Right, guys, you all right?
Make sure you check him out on YouTube. Lovely geezer. Make sure you go give him a subscribe on there. I'd massively appreciate it.
Gary's getting about.
So we've just stopped down here
Not Carly, darling.
at this junction here.
You want to get through this one?
I'm thank you.
Alright guys, so they've just turned right now. I think this is the main town centre we're walking through at the moment. The sun's out, sun's blaring. As you can see, the crowd's now starting to move through this main town centre now. So the crowds continue to push through the main town centre here. You can see them all the way gone round the corner now, and they're still flowing round there. There's a lot of people now pushing through this town centre. Okay, so they've left the main town centre now. More of a residential bit now they're walking down, but they still continue to push down this hill. They're probably still all the way in the town, mate. That's how many people are here, but they're pushing down this way now. A few old girls coming out there, elderly home there to watch the march come past. Bless them. Right, guys, so we just walked up this hill. It looks like they're turning right at the White Hart pub over here. I'll show you where we're sort of at. There's a nice big pub over there. Don't know if they're stopping here, but it looks like they're turning the corner here and going back up that way. So that's sort of where we are at the moment. Crowds still go all the way down that road, guys. We're just pushing right off this little mini roundabout now. That's all heading. The White Hart on the Green pub, just to our left there. As the crowds continue to move up this way. So you can still see the crowd. They've not even come round that corner yet. They're still down that hill. Big numbers here today in Crowborough. The chants come out, Cobra says no. So they're chanting at the moment. So a lot of crowds are on this grass now, turned up to watch this march come past. There's a lot of people here. They've only just come round that corner by that pub there.
Well, they have. They said it's 200.
There's a lot of people on this grass coming out to watch this march walk past. Signs with messages to show people what they believe in.
Crowborough says no! Crowborough says no! Crowborough says no! Crowborough says no! Crowborough says no!
Not going to let it be on, hurry up.
Alright guys, so I'm just going to pan here to show you the sheer crowd that's now turned out on this grass. There's a lot of people here opposite their First World War Memorial, which is over here. And just next to the War Memorial, they got this lovely poppy garden here. All knitted poppies on the fence outside. Nice. There's poppies all in the ground out here as well, which is very nice. Very nice little area here. They've done for Remembrance Day. And just in front of me, look, they've got all the poppies like coming off the tree down here. Outside this church. I thought I'd just show you this, guys, quick. It's all knitted. It's all knitted. Wow. As we walk back out towards the crowd, you can see the poppies there again in the ground. I'm guessing it's probably one for every person who lost their life in the war. So I'm just walking down the road opposite this crowd to show you the numbers of people that have turned out here today. Alright guys, so even though people are trickling away from this event now, people are slowly leaving, there is still a lot of people here. Still a lot of people from the local area that want to stand out here and support this. Big turnout today for the little town of Crowborough. So as I stand here, it seems to be little groups just having a chit chat with each other now. Little groups that sort of know each other, just having a little catch up, I guess. But very nice. Alright guys, so that's it for me at Crowborough today. Quite a big turnout here, quite a big crowd, and a decent long march. So if you've clicked on this video, then I appreciate you. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.